Welcome back to Science Meets Adventure, exploring nature's secret. Today, our journey takes us to southern Italy, to a place where millions of people live on top of something enormous and mostly invisible. From above, it looks like a gentle curve of coastline, pastel buildings, ancient ruins, and a glittering bay. But hiding beneath the suburbs, traffic, and seaside promenades is a vast volcanic system. A sleeping supervolcano known as Campi Flegrei, the Phlegraean Fields, just west of Naples. This is a landscape shaped by catastrophic eruptions in the distant past and by slow, subtle movements today. A place where the science of long-term eruption risk is not just academic, but part of everyday life. As the drone rises into the Mediterranean sky, we see the broad sweep of the Bay of Naples, Mount Vesuvius standing sharply to one side, and on the other, a wide, low green basin dotted with towns, small cones, and lakes. That basin is the Campi Flegrei caldera, a collapsed volcanic depression roughly a dozen kilometers across, formed by colossal eruptions tens of thousands of years ago. From this vantage point, you can see the clues written in the landscape: circular coastlines, semicircular hills, and craters now filled with water or neighborhoods. It doesn't look like the stereotypical cone-shaped volcano, but that's exactly what makes it so deceptive. To understand Campi Flegrei, we travel back in time. Around 39,000 years ago, this area experienced one of the largest eruptions in Europe's history, the Campanian Ignimbrite event. Huge volumes of magma erupted in an extremely explosive fashion, sending columns of ash tens of kilometers into the sky, and then collapsing into pyroclastic flows that raced across the region. Ash from this eruption has been found as far away as Eastern Europe and deep in the Mediterranean seabed. The eruption emptied a giant magma chamber, and the ground above it collapsed, creating the broad caldera. A later but still powerful eruption about 15,000 years ago, responsible for the Neapolitan yellow tuff, reshaped the bay's coastline again and left thick yellowish deposits you can still see in cliffs and road cuts today. These super-eruptions are rare on human timescales, but they define the geometry of the entire region. Today, the volcanic system is quieter, but it is not extinct. Under the surface, magma and hot fluids still move. Water circulates through hot rock, emerging at the surface as boiling mud pools, steaming fumaroles, and hot springs. In places like Pozzuoli and the Solfatara area, you can actually see and smell the volcano breathing. Sulfur-rich gases drift from vents, the ground is warm underfoot, and mud bubbles gently in shallow pits. These visible features are the surface expression of a much larger hydrothermal system, a network of fractures, reservoirs, and fluid pathways that transfers heat from deep magma to the shallow crust. One of the most fascinating and worrying processes here is something called bradyseism, slow ground uplift and subsidence. Over decades, scientists have measured the land around Pozzuoli, rising and falling by meters, as if the caldera is taking long, slow breaths. When magma or hot fluids accumulate in the shallow crust, pressure increases and the ground swells upward. When those fluids escape or cool, the ground can sink. Residents have watched their harbors get shallower, then deeper. Stone staircases leading into the sea gradually left high and dry, and ancient Roman structures alternately submerged and re-emerge over centuries. These changes are driven not by tides, but by the restless volcanic system under their feet. To monitor all this, scientists use a suite of tools. Seismometers record small earthquakes that can indicate cracking rock or moving fluids. GPS and satellite-based systems measure minute changes in ground elevation and horizontal movement. Gas sensors track the composition and amount of volcanic gases escaping from fumaroles and vents, especially carbon dioxide and sulfur dioxide, which often increase when magma rises. Together, these data streams help volcanologists build models of the underground system and estimate the long-term eruption risk. Unlike sudden dramatic eruptions seen in some volcanoes, the main challenge at Campi Flegrei is interpreting slow trends. Are we watching a normal pulse of activity in a long-lived caldera? Or are we seeing the early stages of something larger? The answers are complex and never 100% certain, which is why risk management here is as much about patience, communication, and preparedness as it is about raw data. Now, let's shift from what lies beneath to what you can experience on the surface. Traveling through the Campi Flegrei, you begin not with wilderness, but with cities and history. You might start in Naples, with its chaotic streets, world-famous pizza, and museums filled with artifacts from Pompeii and Herculaneum. From there, you head west toward Pozzuoli. The drone flies over a patchwork of urban blocks, green parks, and bright blue sea, then drops down into the caldera itself. In Pozzuoli, you can visit the Roman amphitheater, one of the largest in Italy, and the Macellum, sometimes called the Temple of Serapis. There, standing among ancient columns, you can see clear marks left by marine organisms several meters up the stone, evidence that the ground has moved relative to sea level since Roman times. These ruins are not just archaeological sites, they're natural markers of bradyseism, showing how the caldera has risen and fallen over centuries. It's geology written in marble and shells. A short drive brings you to areas of active fumaroles and hot ground. With guides and along marked paths, you walk across pale, sulfur-stained earth as steam vents hiss and roar around you. The smell of volcanic gases, sharp, heavy, distinctly sulfurous, fills the air. Under controlled conditions, this is a chance to safely feel the presence of the volcano, to realize that the sleeping giant is not completely still. The camera moves from wide shots of steaming hillsides to close-ups of vents, bubbling pools, and mineral crusts slowly forming around gas outlets. Further around the caldera, you encounter volcanic lakes and craters. Some craters are filled with water, forming quiet, greenish-blue lakes, ringed by vegetation. Others remain dry, their rims offering panoramic views over the bay. The city and Mount Vesuvius in the distance. Hiking trails take you up through Mediterranean scrub, past outcrops of tuff and lava, to vantage points where the scale of the caldera becomes easier to grasp. From a hilltop, the camera can pan across an entire arc of the collapsed structure. With Naples on one side, the islands of Ischia and Procida on the horizon, and the Tyrrhenian Sea glittering under the sun. It's a reminder that even the most dangerous landscapes can also be profoundly beautiful. Campi Flegrei is not just about geology, it's about culture, food, and everyday life lived in an extraordinary setting. In small towns and coastal neighborhoods, cafes spill out onto sidewalks. People drink espresso, talk loudly with friends and family, and watch the world go by. Local cuisine is rich in seafood fresh from the bay. Clams, mussels, fish cooked simply with olive oil, garlic, and lemon. And in dishes like spaghetti alle vongole or fried anchovies, vineyards planted on volcanic soils produce distinctive wines, with mineral notes that reflect the chemistry of the land. In bakeries, you can try sfogliatelle, flaky pastries filled with ricotta and citrus. It's easy to forget the scientific story for a moment and just enjoy the taste of a region shaped, in every sense, by its geology. For the adventurous traveler, there are many ways to engage more deeply with the landscape. You can follow guided walks that trace the rims of ancient craters, visit viewpoints at sunrise or sunset when the light turns the tough cliffs golden, or explore coastal areas where Roman villas and baths now lie partly underwater due to long-term ground movements. Boat tours around the bay offer a different angle on the caldera, highlighting the curve of the coastline and the relationship between Campi Flegrei, Naples, and Vesuvius. In each case, maps and animations can appear on screen, showing viewers how what they're seeing fits into the larger caldera and into the chain of volcanoes along the Campanian coast. As day turns to evening, the drone lifts again over the Bay of Naples. City lights flicker on, tracing streets and harbors. Traffic moves like streams of light between neighborhoods that, from above, sit inside a vast, subtle bowl, the Campi Flegrei caldera. Somewhere below, magma slowly cools or moves, fluids circulate, rocks crack, and gases find their way to the surface. For now, the supervolcano sleeps. But scientists keep watch, and local communities live with an awareness that their ground is part of a much bigger story. Campi Flegrei reminds us that not all volcanoes look like dramatic cones dominating empty horizons. Some are hidden beneath cities, coastlines, and farmland. Their stories unfold over tens of thousands of years, with long, quiet periods interrupted by major events. Understanding the science of long-term eruption risk here is a delicate balance between recognizing the power of past eruptions, measuring present-day signs, and accepting that our knowledge is still incomplete. It's a humbling lesson in how humans and a restless planet share space. If this journey into the sleeping supervolcano under Naples has sparked your curiosity about the hidden forces beneath our feet, please support the channel. Like this video, share it with friends who love science and travel, and subscribe to Science Meets Adventure, exploring nature's secret, so we can continue exploring more of Earth's most fascinating and mysterious landscapes together.